Welcome back, everybody. It's another episode of Connect, Share, Prosper. I'm your co-host, Chris Angel, here with your host, Chaz Wilson. Chaz, it's another episode with a guest. We have a guest.
And we're so excited. Connect, Share, Prosper. We're talking about master networks and the value and impact it's had in people's lives. And I thought, we need to get Gary LaRue on this episode so that our members or guests or people who are looking at master networks can hear Gary's story. So Gary, welcome to our show.
Thanks, gentlemen.
So real quick, let's go back to the beginning. Tell us why you joined Master Networks and how that happened.
My wife and I started our own business. When you start a business, one person's still at corporate America and one person is pursuing the business. And, it was a struggle. You work, half days, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and sometimes longer. And we were always looking to connect with people to find key synergy partners and expand our business. And it grew to the point where making some of those key connections allowed me to walk away from corporate America and go full time with our business. And we just continued to further those relationships. And, a business started out 7 years ago and we joined Master Networks, I'm going to say 4 years ago. And that moment where we joined Master Networks and started connecting with other people allowed us to grow our business from a mom and pop business to a nationwide company now.
Wow. That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So tell everybody what you do too, so those listening can understand when you left that corporate job to help your wife in the business. What's the business?
Yeah, so we own D&G Credit. A lot of folks have seen us as known as the credit cops. We're here to serve and protect your credit score. I spent, my wife and I spent a decade in debt settlement and debt mitigation, and I spent 5 years with the largest credit bureau in the world. We have intimate knowledge of how to do things ethically and by enforcing the law to protect the consumer. So, our key synergy partners would be, financial planners, loan officers, realtors, anybody that has to do with that financial aspect, that part of people's finances, which is their credit, which then also impacts their ability to get a job and get promotions and your insurance rates. Everything's tied to your credit score.
Crazy.
So we see why you joined and how that helped you get, to where you are today. So tell me though, why 4.5, 5 years or so you've been in Master Networks, why do you stay?
You know what? In all honesty, it's opened so many doors for us. We use Master Networks, the tools that Master Networks provides, the education, which, there just is no education to learn how to be a successful entrepreneur. And that was one of the things that set Master Networks apart. That education that allowed us to maximize the opportunity to grow our business. What is it? 80% of businesses fail in the first 2 or 3 years. And, that's ridiculous. And the education that we received from Master Networks allowed us to be a key player in our industry. And, we became regular members, then we became success coaches, and we were afforded the opportunity to become regional partners. Why do I stay in Master Networks? Because my goal is to share this opportunity with as many people as possible. So whatever industry they represent, Master Networks can mean for them what it meant for us, which is choices, which is opportunity, which is leverage, which is, the ability to take your business to unseen of heights and be the captain of your own destiny.
Wow.
I love it.
So somebody listening to this who's said, boy, I just came across this Master Networks thing or this podcast or came across this, why should they consider joining a Master Networks chapter or even starting their own chapter?
Threefold. One, people join because they're looking for camaraderie and fellowship. We live in a high-tech world, but my epiphany is that high tech still requires high touch. And that happens by connecting with people. And that's one of the things we do. We connect with people on such a base level. So that fellowship. The next thing is the education. There's a lot of networking groups out there, but they literally are handing business cards and getting business cards. And there's really no education. If you want to be the best version of yourself and dominate whatever industry you represent, you need to be educated. You need to be informed. You need to have an advantage over your competition. And you get that through the education that Master Networks provides. And lastly, ROI. You know, if you build the relationships, the revenue follows, and we're very skilled at building relationships and impacting other people's lives. Chaz, I think you said a long time ago, you're one relationship away from changing your future. And, you know, there's no telling what that relationship looks like, where it's going to come from, and what direction your future is going to go in. And I think that's why people join Master Networks, for one of those three reasons.
Powerful. It's powerful. Well, Chaz, I think that's a good summary for, I think, you know, people listening to this, why would be, there's three great reasons from Gary right there about why to join Master Networks. If people want to learn more about how to find a chapter where they are or start their own chapter, where can they go?
Yeah, listen, guys, you're listening to this and you want to hear more about Master Networks and you want to really impact your life like it has for Gary and his wife, Dana, and their businesses, then join the movement that is Master Networks. Go to masternetworks.com, search chapters, search our map. You can find them all over the country. You can become a member or start your own chapter. And we have dedicated success coaches here in our office virtually who will help you launch your own chapter. So come join the movement that is Master Networks. Go to masternetworks.com.
Awesome. Gary, Chaz, thanks for a great episode. We'll catch you guys next time.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thanks, guys.